So hey awesome ones, today I'm all glammed up. I want to show you a smoky eye, and if you know my videos, I don't do the over the top like black eyeshadow kind of look. So I think it's a very pretty smoky eye for an evening makeup or a party, a date, a gala, something along those lines. And as a former 80s model, 62 years old now. But, hey, life starts now for all of us over 50s, right? And mature women. And even if you're younger and you're watching this, I hope I can give you some tips on just a more natural kind of evening smoky eye. And hey, some of you guys are already subscribing, and it just encourages me to make more of these videos for you, and I really hope it helps. So let's get started. Okay, so now you can see I don't have any eye makeup on, I don't have my brows done. I did, however, do my foundation, and if you're interested in knowing, how did she do her foundation, there should be a link somewhere around here on this video that you can link up to and check that out. Now, I mentioned to you that I was an 80s model. I'm still doing some modeling now, but take a look at this. This is the smoky eye that was done on me in the 80s. And I don't know if I'm matching it, I'm trying to do it anyway, to that. And you can see that now I have these downturn, droopy, hey, they're mature eyes. But I'm going to try to get really close with this with the magic of makeup. So let's see how we do. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that I really don't go for that overdone, over makeup look. And even though this is a glam smoky eye, I'm not going to do that this time, but it's still going to look marvelous. I also did a video on the 10 big mistakes that I think a lot of mature women do, and there will be a link for that somewhere. I really think that if you're piling on like black eyeshadow, and then as the evening gets on it starts to get creasy and oily, it's not really a good look. So I'm not going to be doing all the really black smoky look. I'm going to do something absolutely beautiful, I think, but something that you'll be very comfortable with for the whole evening. Okay, Heather, let's get this eye makeup video going. So yeah, let's start with the brows. Now, as you can see, I have such sparse brows. Now that I don't know, the hairs just fell out. In some cases, I don't even have any brows at all. And this is not going to be a natural brow application like in my other natural brow application video. This is going to be a little bit thicker. So here's what we're going to do. So I have a close-up here. This is actually my good eyebrow with more hairs in it, and this one is the one that hardly has any. So I want to start off with the good eyebrow, and as you know, you kind of start it from here and then you kind of go out like that. Let me start filling it in and let's see how we do. Oh, sorry. First of all, bring those hairs up with a little spoolie. This is a great pencil here. It's got the spoolie on one end and the pencil part on another end, so you're not just flipping around all over the place. But I'm going to bring that up. I did pluck my eyebrows last night, so there's not a bunch of red all over the place. But yeah, so let's very carefully follow the natural curve of our eyebrows, and most of us have that, a natural curve. Now I'm going to bring that up a bit, and because I'm doing a glamorous eye, I am going to fill this in with a little bit of dropped it, hold on. Okay, found it. I'll make sure those things are secure. Anyway, so I'm using this angled brush, and I actually put just tape in there, so I got to do a better job of that. And here we go, filling in that brow. I'm kind of smoothing it up a little bit up here too. Now, on my other video, I said to use a wax, but when we're finished with this really glam look, we need something a little bit stronger. So I'm using a clear mascara. And sorry about covering up the names, I know. I've been advised to cover up the names for now. And I promise you, if I'm going to be trying some other products and naming names, I'm going to tell you if I really like them or not, okay? So let's just sort of get a close up here and you'll see what I'm doing with these brows. Now, with this mascara, the clear mascara, they're not only going to stay put, but it also gives a little bit of an accentuation to the little hairs there. So I'm going to do the other brow now, and I'm going to match it very close to what I've done before. Oops. Now it's kind of like an art to get this, especially in this eye where I hardly have any hairs on it. But I think it doesn't look too bad as far as matching them both up. And I'm very fair, so I'm just using a brown on my eyebrows. You might prefer for your complexion a darker brown, a black, or maybe even a light taupe if you're lighter than me. So yeah. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you know I love purple on my eyes. So I'm going to start off with a complementary color for the purple. Now, again, you could be using browns on your eyes and maybe you're using a beige in this particular situation. Now, this highlighter color is not glossy, it's not shiny, it's not sparkly. So really try to get something that's it might be a little sparkly, but I really tried to make sure that it wasn't so sparkly. And what we're going to do is we're going to, we want to get a little close up here, we're going to put this on our brow bone here. Just like that. As you can see, we have a really nice outline for the smoky eye now. We've emphasized where our brow bone is, and let's get started on the eyeliner now. I'm using a black. What? Yes, I want to use black for this smoky eye, but only on the eyeliner and on the mascara. So now, this is a pencil. It's not one of those liquid eyeliners. I find for us mature women, it's a bit harsh. Sometimes it goes on a little too thick, and I just like a smoldering eye, not like that harsh look. So let's do that. I do go right inside, along here, and I do a little bit of a swoosh, just a tiny little bit here. And I kind of emphasize it. Can you see that there? And then I usually just whoosh it up a little bit with my finger. And even with hooded eyes, it doesn't fade away. It's still there. So yeah, so let's just do the other eye now. Now I'm going back to the pink again, and it's almost a whitish pink too, not pink. And now that I've got the eyeliner on, we're going to put the pink on the lid and inside just a little touch. Now, the reason that I put the eyeliner on first is because once you put this powder on, it's really, really hard to sort of get in there with the pencil. You're going over some powder and it just doesn't work for me anyway. So we're going to put that here. And if you just want to do a little close up, we'll do it here, and we'll just come inside a little bit. I don't know, it's kind of purpley inside my eye there, and probably for you too. So yeah, and now we'll just do the other side. And it's a nice complementary look with the brow and the eyelid and the little inside of the eye. All right. So now it's eyelash curler time. Yeah, don't be afraid of them. As long as you get a good one, it's not going to hurt your eyes, and be really, really careful. I'm using this because I don't like false eyelashes. You'll watch later in the video, I put a few layers of mascara on. I don't know, I'm kind of afraid that the glue's gonna fall off and an eyelash is going to drop in my wine, or I'm gonna have a kind of droopy looking eye because it's half fallen off, and it's like spinach in your teeth where nobody tells you. So I just, if I have to wear them, I guess, you know, for a makeup shoot, of course, yeah, no problem, because I got a camera or somebody watching them. But for about a 4 or 5 hour party, probably not. I'm going with this baby. So, as you know, you just sort of put it on your eyelash, not touching the skin at all, and push those babies up a little bit. Let it go, and you don't need to do your bottom lashes. All right, so I'm going to be doing just the upper part of my eyelid, but I'm going to use a lighter purple color than in the crease. Now, look at this great palette that I have. I got a fabulous palette here, but you know what? It didn't give me the color that I really wanted for above the brow. Now, you might be thinking, oh my God, this is a lot of work, but if you match it up right, it's going to be so much prettier. So yeah, look around for something a little bit lighter than what you're putting in the crease. And so here we go. And I don't start in the middle. I start about here. And there's the brush I'm using, by the way. It's a nice little brush. So it's just a little kind of accent. Now let's get into that crease. So for in the crease, I'm using this angled brush. This is where the real magic happens, and the blending and all that sort of thing. And I'm going to go with this darker purple. Now again, if you're using beiges and browns, you might be going for something like maybe that and that. But for me, I just love the purple. So really nice complementary color for blue or green eyes. If you almost have a natural kind of, maybe you don't, but in some cases we have a natural kind of upswing here. So I'm going to try to match that. Now I know it looks ugly right now, but it's going to look better. We're going to do some blending. And I know I look like Cleopatra up in the Nile right now, but we're going to do some blending. Just adding a few heres and theres. And again, yeah, it looks a little bit phony, but we're going to do some blending. And I like to blend this kind of look with cotton swabs. Not with your fingers, because they get all black and then your nails get dirty and it's a big nightmare for me. So we're going to use cotton swabs. And by the way, don't put cotton swabs down your ears. Trust me, I know. I've been to the anyway. Maybe I'll do a video on that one. Don't do it. Use them for your eye makeup. So now we're going to do some blending. So let's sort of see what we're doing with the blending here. We almost want to take some of this off. Now you see how I've sort of made the line here, swooshing upwards. You want to make it really pretty. Don't worry about how many Q-tips you use, because you'll want this to not look so phony over here. Again, that natural swoosh that we have. A little bit up here, a bit up here. And we can just sort of see how that looks in the far shot. It's starting to look very pretty, but we're not finished yet. Now for the under eye, this is like the water line We're going to use black. Yes, we're going to use black. It's a smoky eye, so watch this. And we're going to bring it up into that swoosh. Did you see how I did that? Here, I'll do it on this side for you. And up into the swoosh. Now, for under the eyelashes, the bottom lashes, I'm going to use a brown. What? I thought you were using purple. Yeah, you know what? Too much purple is too much purple. So I'm going to use this darker brown here and this lovely little brush. It's kind of an angled brush, but yeah, so we're going to go underneath the eye. Again, we're going to match it up to the swoosh here. So match it up to the swoosh. And we're going to just smooth it up a little bit with a cotton swab. Mascara time. I'm using a black mascara. Make sure that it's smudge proof. You might even want to try waterproof if it's going to be a 5-hour evening and you don't want to have that kind of raccoon thing happening underneath your eyes. So I know it's a pain to take off waterproof mascara, but you might be really glad you did. So I'm going to do about 3 coats because I'm not wearing the false eyelashes, remember, and I want it to look super glam. So yeah, in between coats I'm going to do something else too. So as that's drying, you might want to even put a little bit of eyeliner underneath here. You might want to just sort of make sure that the corners are good with your black eyeliner. But I also like to put a little sparkle while I'm waiting for the mascara to dry. So let me just show you this. This is a very nice sparkly highlighter, but I'm using a little tiny brush, little teeny weeny brush on this one. And what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little sparkle in a couple places in our eye. On our eye. Yeah, better. Right here. You see how that's not really overdone? And we're also going to put a little sparkle. How about right here? And right a little bit on the brow, not a lot, just a little bit on that brow bone. So I got all glammed up for you with this sultry, smoky eye. Anyway, hey, I wonder how I did sort of looking at that 20-year-old Heather. So let's bring her back and if I can match it up a little bit, you can probably, anyway, we're getting close enough, I think. And you can see it's not too bad. Like I had those droopy eyes before and downward kind of slope, and hey, this girl's 40 years younger than me, so the power of makeup, not too bad. Now, you might be looking at this smoky eye and saying, it's still a little too much for me, but I do encourage you to try a little bit of what I've shown you here, because it's kind of like when you wore red nail polish or you put a little darker lipstick on your lips for a gala or a party or some special event that you've been invited to. It's just when you put that dress on and you have the makeup, a little extra makeup, you feel so glamorous, you feel so special, and you look marvelous, darling. So do you know who else has smoky eyes? My little Yorkie, Hurricane. Hurricane, he has absolutely beautiful smoky eyes and he doesn't have to wear any. Oh, you like the compliments, do you? Oh yes, you look marvelous. And until next time, folks, I really hope you enjoy the videos, and please subscribe if you like what you're seeing, and it's going to just egg me on to make more of them for you. So until next time, I'm gonna get my 100 kisses and get out of here. Everyone's invited to subscribe and join us on our videos.